Hama village very late at 1 a.m. and I slept only 2 hours and then I woke up. I didn't sleep well last night because the special smell of Michael's bed, oh my god, was terrible. And at 5:30 a.m. I was still lying on the bed and I opened my eyes and looked around to check everybody already had got up or not. And the next time I got up because the sounds of everybody having breakfast. They were discussing about my gender, about my appearance, and they laughed when they talked about me. And after they done their breakfast, there was only Michael and Miss Han left. I thought they were waiting for me, so I got out of my bed and came to talk to them. I didn't want to greet to other students. I didn't know why. And when we were talking, some people heard my story, and when I came to help others to do work house. So they were really opened their heart to talk to me, to ask my story. And since then, I was really comfortable to talk to them. Before lunch, I thought everybody was very hungry because I saw they were standing around a pan of rice and eating it without using bowls, and they even didn't care about sitting on chairs. Oh my god, no any rules. And at that time I realized everybody here was very confident whatever they are doing, and I felt like I was at home. That was my first impression about Hama village. So now I want to talk about my favorite ways of learning English. That is watching TV shows with subtitles on. Hesitantly, first I watch movie with subtitles coming for a few seconds later to let me see pictures, to let me try to understand what I hear. I want to listen first, like to see whether I can understand it or not. Even though sometimes I can't understand what they mean. The second step is I rewatch it to check the meanings and try to repeat what they talk. I try to mimic their intonation again and again until it sounds exactly like them. The next step is I write down some words, some phrases which I like, and I try to use them in daily conversations as much as possible. And absolutely, sometimes it sounds weird to use it because maybe I didn't understand their situation. I didn't understand their culture, but it doesn't matter. What matters is that I'm trying to use it day by day, and finally I was so happy, I was so excited when I used it because I actually use the language in its natural context. And after a while, there's a guy who's come from Finland. He came to Hama village, and I tried to talk to him. At first, I couldn't understand him, but I tried to speak up every day, and finally, I feel confident to use English to talk to him and to others. And I think this method suits perfectly for me, and I really like it. And you can try it first. If not, find another ways, because there are a lot of ways to speak a language. And I'm not sure that works for everyone, so everyone has to find their own ways to learn English. That is my way. Before I came to Hama village, I had been under a lot of pressure from studying at university and the aims that I set in the future. That was the reason why I got sick, and I decided to come to Hama village to have a gap year, to relax, to enjoy at that time, and I hoped everything would be better. But first a month I didn't really relax anything, including learning English. And fortunately, Miss Han knew my problem, and she told that health is the most important thing you should care. If you want to do everything, you should have a good health. And then she introduced 10 days meditation course, and she said many students had grown up after joining that course, and I was so excited about that. I expected that after that course, my attitude would be improved. And talking about meditation course, I had to spend 10 to 12 hours per day to do meditating, and I had too much time to reflect my soul, and I spent 10 days to get through. And after that time, I realized that the root of my problem was a fear. That was fear of not achieving my goal in the future. And I figured out what is my strength, what is my weakness, and I saw I better to focus on my strength, and I pushed my fear further and further day by day. And now my mind is really calm. And the last thing I want to say, thank you so much for Miss Han, because she gave many good advices for me to learn new things that I have not experienced it. What I'm gonna do in the future is to go back to university and continue to fulfill my dream of becoming a doctor. Now I have new spirit, and I can start everything without fear. I love to learn things that I haven't experienced, not just learning to become a doctor. For example, French is the third language that I choose to learn after English. I want to understand the beauty in different languages. Luckily, I'm so young. There's ample time and chance to learn many things. Who knows what I'll do in the future, right? And no matter what will happen, I will always feel satisfaction with everything I do.
Rút ra luôn đi. Đi.